We finally found proof that Vitani is Nala's daughter, and we're sharing every detail with you. She's brave, fierce, and absolutely unstoppable. If you've ever watched The Lion Guard and met the fiery lioness Vitani, you might have had a weird sense of déjà vu, like you were looking at a younger version of Nala, and maybe, just maybe, you were. Now, the Lion King never actually said Nala had a daughter, but when you start connecting the dots, things start getting wild. So let's do just that, connect the dots. Because what we're about to uncover might make you question everything you thought you knew about the Pride Lands. Could Disney have been hiding a major Lion King secret this whole time? Let's find out. First things first, who is Vitani? She's introduced as a member of the Outsiders, loyal to Zira and scarred by the exile that separated her pride from the Pride Lands. It is clear that she stands out from the other cubs, even from her so-called siblings, Nuka and Kovu. Sharp-witted, confident, and battle-ready from a young age, Vitani grows up to be a commanding warrior with an unmistakable sense of pride and leadership. She even ends up leading the Lion Guard in the Lion Guard series, which is no small role.
What are you doing in the Outlands? And why have you taken over Jasiri's watering hole? We have this.
There's always been something about her that felt a little different. Like she doesn't quite fit with the rest of Zira's crew. And that's exactly where this theory begins to take root. Now let's dig into this. One of the most glaring mysteries in Simba's pride is Vitani's parentage. Disney never officially confirms who her biological parents are. It's just assumed she's one of Zira's cubs, grouped in with Kovu and Nuka. But Kovu isn't even Scar's son, despite Zira's obsession with him taking Scar's place. So already, we have precedent that Zira raises cubs that aren't biologically hers. Suspicious much? Let's rewind to the end of The Lion King, 1994. When Simba and Nala reclaim Pride Rock, there's a time jump. We see Kiara, Simba, and Nala's daughter being presented to the kingdom. But what if, and this is a big what if, Nala had another cub before Kiara? A cub who wasn't born in the Pride Lands, but perhaps during the time Simba and Nala were wandering together before reclaiming the throne? Or even during Scar's reign, when things were chaotic and darker truths were easier to bury? Vitani's coloration is a dead giveaway that something's up. Unlike Kovu and Nuka, who have darker, scar-like fur tones, Vitani has a tawny, golden coat, eerily similar to Simba and Nala. She even has those teal blue eyes, which are basically the royal eye color in the Lion King universe. Most outsiders have yellow or green eyes, but Vitani? Nope. Those peepers are pure royal lineage. Then there's the personality match. If you stack Vitani's traits against Nala's, there's a surprising amount of overlap. Both are headstrong, tactical, and fearless in battle. Remember young Nala going head-to-head with Simba as cubs and holding her own? Vitani brings that same energy. She's not driven by the blind rage of a Nuka or the devotion to a fault mindset of a Kovu. She thinks, she calculates, she leads. It's the kind of wisdom you expect from a lioness raised to rule or born from royalty. Now here's where things get even more interesting. In the Lion Guard, Vitani ends up becoming the leader of the new Lion Guard, a role traditionally reserved for the second-born of the royal family. Let that sink in. The second-born. Not just anyone can be chosen for this role. In fact, that's the entire premise of the Lion Guard series. Kion, Simba, and Nala's second-born is chosen by the great kings of the past to lead the guard. And yet, by the time Kion leaves, it's Vitani who inherits the mantle. How would that make sense if she weren't also royal blood? The roar doesn't just go to anyone, it chooses someone worthy, someone in the bloodline. That moment, more than anything else in canon, screams, Vitani is more than just a random outsider. Okay, but what about Nala? Wouldn't she have said something if she had another daughter? Not necessarily. Think about the trauma of Scar's rule. What if Vitani was born during that dark period and was taken away, or worse, given up to protect her? We know that the Pride Lands were in ruins under Scar. Nala left in search of help. What happened in that time? Could she have encountered someone else? Or could she have been forced to give up her cub to save her from Scar's wrath? It would make sense that Vitani was raised away from Pride Rock, possibly under the care of Zira, either by force or deception. Zira was fanatically loyal to Scar and may have seen taking in a royal cub as a way to raise a future heir loyal to Scar's legacy.
Friends with royalty? Gracious! I underestimated you, my dear.
Also, let's talk symbolic mirroring. Disney is famous for using parallels across generations. Kiara and Kovu are obvious mirrors of Simba and Nala. But if that's the case, who is Vitani mirroring? Her story arc doesn't match Zira's, Nuka's, or even Kovu's. But it does echo Nala's own journey in the original film. Quiet strength, questioning authority, choosing a better path despite pressure to conform. Nala left the Pride Lands to seek help. Vitani left the outsiders to seek peace. Both stepped away from what they were supposed to do and instead followed what was right. That kind of mirroring, classic Disney DNA storytelling. But that's not all. Kovu treats Vitani with a kind of respect that seems to go beyond sibling love. While Zira clearly treats Kovu as the chosen one, she often brushes Nuka and Vitani aside. Vitani, despite this, rises on her own merit and becomes a leader in her own right. She is never shown being mistreated, but she also never quite fits as Zira's daughter in the emotional sense. It's like there's always been a subtle wall there, and maybe that's because she never truly was Zira's daughter. Let's also not forget that Simba's pride is all about legacy and redemption. Vitani's arc reflects that. She starts off on the wrong side, raised by those cast out, but she chooses peace in the end. She turns away from Zira's hatred and sides with Kiara. The fact that Simba doesn't punish her, that she's welcomed back, also raises eyebrows. Was it simply forgiveness? Or was there a deeper reason he accepted her return so easily? Despite all of these clues, let's be very clear. Disney has never confirmed that Vitani is Nala's daughter. But isn't that part of the fun? The Lion King universe has always left certain doors slightly ajar, letting us peek through and imagine what else could be true. Vitani being Nala's daughter would make so much sense narratively and emotionally. It would add layers to both characters, enriching their arcs, and explaining Vitani's leadership role in the Lion Guard. So maybe we don't have hard proof, maybe we never will. But in the hearts of viewers who see Vitani as more than just a background outsider, there will always be whispers about her real roots. And maybe, just maybe, Vitani has always known who she truly was. Royalty in disguise, Nala's hidden strength. Because in the circle of life, every cub has a story. And Vitani's might just be the one we never saw coming. If you're obsessed with digging into Lion King films or just love reliving the magic of your favorite childhood film, hit that subscribe button, give this a like, and let us know in the comments what topic you want us to explore next.